Welcome to the Mixtape Lounge, episode Dava, which I'll explain in 1 second. Kerry Stinson, Josh Martin. How are you, Mr. Martin?
What's up, Kerry Stinson? I am great. Thank you very much. Good to see ya.
Good to see you. So,
Episode Dava?
Dava, yeah. It's Serbian for two.
Okay.
So, in the Mixtape Lounge, we talked about everything, and you would have random conversations. And so we're doing a little different, a little random here. Episode 1 was Uno, which actually hasn't been released yet. It will be released tomorrow. And so we're going to go with that theme and let you all figure it out. So Dava, Serbian, which I actually have some Serbian blood in me from my grandmother. So it just seemed appropriate. So anyways, anything and everything in the Mixtape Lounge. How are you, Mr. Martin?
That's right. I'm great. I'm great. Getting turned around from Philadelphia, getting ready to go to Bakersfield, California.
Well, we know we told you he'd send content, and you'll see it. He got lots of great pictures from Philly.
Yeah, you know it. We had a good time. Met a lot of good friends and fans, and made some new friends and fans. Hung out with some new voice actors I'd never hung out with before.
I think I saw Wonder Woman in one of these pictures.
Yes, goodness. Hey, listen, for everybody out there, that was Grandma.
No.
Okay. Bouquet.
No.
Yes, sir. That was Grandma Wonder Woman. She had a grandchild. I said, "Let me take that picture. Let me get your picture."
Boy.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Congratulations to her and her family. And she's super sweet. Yeah. So that amongst, let's see, had a bunch of great pictures. A few artists at the show that I think you might be able to see some of their work. I shared some pictures, young artists, established artists. Just had a good time.
Well, and we'll make Mr. Martin work. Get me, if you can remember any of these names of people, we'll pop them with the pictures.
Okay.
And if you want to look them up, we did it. You'll see this in episode 1. I put the Shake Anderson that we talked about last week, and we've got his information. So we'll, as best as we can, try and have information from these people so you can check.
I'll get better at that. They did connect on my socials, which is at Original Boo on Instagram. So some of those pictures that you'll see here on the podcast, you'll also see on IG, and you'll be able to find them there until I get better at my organization skills.
And then don't worry. This week you'll be seeing Barry Pearl, and you'll have no problem finding out where he's at.
Oh my! Listen, y'all ain't ready. Y'all are not ready. I'm contemplating just putting a GoPro on and just hitting record, let it go, because I don't think I can keep up.
Have you started stretching for this weekend?
Shoot, I started in January. Luckily, I didn't even know I was going to need it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pearl jumps in. You're going to need it.
Listen, this man is. He's my senior, and he's still doing it. So goals, ladies and gentlemen, goals.
So tell us a little bit about Philly. How'd that go?
Okay.
Fans. I saw some pictures. I know someone was doing some Barney stuff going on beyond the Boo stuff.
Yes. There were a few Barney fans. No one took me up on the Mixtape Lounge secret word offer, but that's okay. We're gonna get there.
But that's available in Bakersfield, right?
Always, every time until I revoke, and I'll make the announcement. But until then, bring it on. So yeah, Philadelphia. Let's see. We arrived at about noon. Hotel, check in, gig at 3 p. So yeah, we went right to it, and by 8 p.m. we had met a lot of people already, boy, we were ready for a cheesesteak. And luckily, right across the parking lot, there was a great little bar restaurant called PJ Wilherens. I pronounced it wrong. I'm sorry, but it's PJW something. And that's a free plug. But yeah, went over and had some good cheesesteaks. And then, back to it the next day. What else did we have? I had some crab, some king crab they had at one of the restaurants we went to. What else? Let's see. I had a great friend. She follows me on all the socials. I follow her, but she has gotten to where she brings me gift baskets
Oh,
or gift
wow.
bags. Yeah. And boy, she brought me honey, regular honey, because randomly she brought it for tea. She also brought tea, right?
Okay.
Tea as well, like raw,
Yeah,
bags of
yeah,
tea
yeah, yeah, yeah.
per cup. And she had brought honey to go with that tea. Well, I don't remember what it was, but I had been gigging and my throat was needing some attention. And I like to drink honey. It's soothing to my throat, and I bypass the hot water and the tea and all that stuff. Bang, I like it. A lot of, well, let's say most voice actors will tell you do not do this because it's sugary coating the throat. But hey, don't do as I do as I say. Huh. So anyway, yeah, she brought me some more honey, but this time she brought me some hot honey, and
Oh,
this was just honey with cayenne pepper in it.
oh,
I read the
wow.
ingredients. Good stuff. I highly recommend.
It didn't tear anything up?
No, no. To be fair, I took the little seal off, and I dipped a bit. And my girl Lisa out there, she's got a great picture of me post taste, and I was like, that is spicy. I am glad I did not take more. But
And
yeah, I put
go.
yeah. No, I said I was going to say that I added a little bit of that, a small bit to the ginger tea that she had brought me in this new gift basket, and it was a 10 out of 10. Would
Yeah,
recommend.
there you go. I love that. What I was going to ask, what was the venue you were
Yeah,
at?
the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center
Okay,
for Liberty City Comic Con. Yeah, it
very
worked
cool.
out. Yeah, it worked out.
Very cool.
And now turning around, going to Bakersfield. But I haven't been around the LA area in a few years. My first time was on the purple one with you. Do you remember that?
Man, I got to dig deep for that one.
Yeah. Oh, while you're thinking of it, I I got a story for you. Like
All right.
me and Lee, little person, Lee Clark, Ronald Lee Clark. You might have seen him on
Uh,
Pit Boss on
Pit
Animal
Boss,
Planet,
that's it. Yep.
right? He's been in several movies. Um, uh, we went to visit one of his friends in Laguna Beach,
All right.
all right, north of Los Angeles, and we rented a car, and I drove us up there, and we hung out all day, and then it was about 3 o'clock, and our call time for Barney was 5 o'clock for dinner, and then 6 o'clock backstage. And so we left at 3, and it got to be about 4, and we were still on the interstate, and traffic started getting thicker. And well, fast forward to about let's see, I think it was 6:15, 6:30 maybe. showtime 7p. And I pull up at the gate and they're like, huh? And I show them my badge. They look in, me and Lee, and they're like, go on. Bang into the backstage. We hop out. And I'm all try to be, nonchalant. And Lori Berry calls me aside and she's like, that's your one. It's like, no problem.
Yeah, well,
I got one freebie. That was it. But only because I made it. Oh,
and that was kind of the first year. So I would have already been saddled up, but Lee would have been the lead dog, right?
yeah, he was. Yeah, it was him and Jen.
Him and
No,
Jim.
no, yeah. No, I'm sorry.
No,
Him and Nancy. Him and Nancy.
him and Nancy. Yeah,
Me and Nancy. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. I don't know if Nancy would have been ready to roll, roll in the front.
Possibly not. I think I also owed you a meet and greet after that night. I owed you meet and greet duty after that night. But I made up for it, and I learned my lesson. No harm, no foul, thankfully. And yeah, that's one of my first stories. But then, yeah, one of the meet and greets that I did do down there, we got to see all the celebs, and that was fun. It was
Now, I
hard to stay
remember
quiet.
that like as LA, right?
Yes. Universal Amphitheater. That's where it was.
Theater. Yeah.
That's where it was. I know it's not Bakersfield, but that's as close as I've been to LA.
Yeah, that I remember
that
that
will
part.
be. Yep.
Yeah, the Universal Amphitheater, and I cannot think of the name, and it's killing me right now. But there was a blues artist that we ran into, and I'm gonna have to figure out his name.
Classic.
He was a young kid at the time. You know him, he's very famous, and
Marsalis? No,
white dude, long hair.
Oh,
I mean, I can almost, it's right there on my tongue here.
Groban?
No. Don't worry, because when I figure it out, it'll be in this episode on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, Harry finally figured it out. But I remember him showing up at our hotel. And I was like, wow, he was on the up and coming right at that point. So yes, don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I remember the amphitheater very well. Remember that very well, and those performances were really cool. A very different guy, and I think it had a smaller backstage, as I recall, compared to what we were used to in some of these venues.
Yep. There was like a narrow stairway we had to walk for meet and greets.
And I'm pretty sure we were still flying at that point too, right?
Yes, we had just came.
Sorry.
We flew in from El Paso.
Oh, the funny thing I was about to say, didn't we fly to El Paso? So all right, we've done the opposite. We had just come.
Yeah, we had just gotten done with El Paso, and the only reason I remember that is because of the night before in El Paso, and well, actually, we had gone across the border. Where's that? Is that which city is across from El Paso? I forget. Dang it. Is it
you can see the memory's not working great. We have been stretching, but still.
There's been a couple of them. Anyway, randomly enough, Lee was with me as well. And we had gone across the border to hang out. We went, no, back up. We went out in El Paso and we met some friends at the establishment that we went to. And we had mentioned that we had not gone across the border because we didn't want to go by ourselves without,
right,
without knowing some people or whatever. And these people are like, we go all the time. So we hung out for a while. We went across the border,
and that was
hung out for a bit longer.
Yeah, back then that wasn't really an issue.
it wasn't. It was still, you didn't want to like just go over there and be the
Right.
loud, crazy American, but yeah, it wasn't quite as dangerous and sketchy as it is now.
Right.
We went and cabs. It was a taxi.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and I remember waking up pretty close to bus call that next morning.
Yeah, I remember a lot of that. It just slips in and out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, totally. The little key moments here and there. Right?
Um, as we're talking about big surprise, this is gonna. I got a message yesterday
What's up?
that you're gonna love this, and at the same time go, oh my gosh. I got a message yesterday. I do a lot of portrait work as a photographer, and so
Yep.
I got a call about doing senior pictures for Courtney Cook.
She's not a senior.
No, but her child is.
Oh,
So just let that soak in, Mr. Martin.
yeah, right.
That's
Sweet
so
Courtney.
good. But that
Right on.
soak in. Yes.
Yeah.
8, 10.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9, right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it Cindy?
Yep.
Well, see, there
She
it
was
is.
Cindy.
Yeah, see, there it is. It just pops right in.
Lauren was Vanessa.
There you go. Yeah, I got that one. I remember that.
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
Trent.
What was it? Yeah, or Antoine's name. What was? Nah, I can't remember their stage names. Anyway,
But Courtney,
their character names, I meant.
just as sweet as, and her mom Maureen was out with us. Yeah, such a special kid. We've kept a good relationship.
Yes.
That her birthday is the day before mine, so every
Oh,
time
really?
happy birthday. She's the 20th, I'm the 21st of March, and I always get happy birthday for you tomorrow. You'll always be older than me. Usually I get some comment about that. Yeah, every year.
Nice.
And now there's kids in that. Yeah.
Wacky.
Yeah, I know.
Wacky. Yeah.
I know. We've seen it with the other kid, the other kids as well. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's it.
So Bakersfield, what is this con that we got going on here?
Oh, this is, listen. If you're coming to Collectors Con in Bakersfield this weekend,
yeah,
you may not see me at my table.
All right.
Because I'm going to be busy at all the other celebrities' tables that I want to meet, like Phil Lamar. Why are all the names? But I mean, from Boondock Saints, Star Wars, Leilani, one of the what does she play? One of the Ewoks, I think. One of the original Ewoks, yeah. And also one of the big actors. I'm just gonna be going bing 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 bing. I need that. Can I get your eye? Can I okay, hold on just a second. I'll be back just a minute. Talking to Phil Lamar here. Just a minute.
We could get Mr. Satan's autograph while you're gone.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Chris, entertain them.
Chris has absolutely no problem being entertaining them on his
own. That's right. No, he doesn't even need an excuse.
No, you just wind him up and he goes.
Just give him an opportunity. He stays wound up.
And if you want, Mr. Rager has been on Purple Road. So if you want to see what we're talking about, go back to the episode when Chris Rager was on Purple Road, and you'll see exactly.
Yeah.
He was on twice. He was on with Saban too. Sabat.
Right.
Sabat. He was
Sabbath.
on Chris
Yep.
Sabat. Yeah, excuse me.
That's right.
Chris Sabat. He was on with that too. So if you need some amusement, those 2 episodes are quite amusing.
Full of them.
So we got Bakersfield, and what's up next week?
The next week is Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach.
Super Anime Fest. That boy, I didn't get that far yet, to
All
be
good.
honest.
All good.
I haven't repacked for Bakersfield yet. So that's after this podcast. My suitcase is right there, and I'm gonna pack it, and I'm charging up my phone. Got my battery ready. Take some more pictures. I'm gonna see about sneaking some video from Mr. Pearl, and yeah. After
Some of these
that,
other people get some pictures. These other people you
yes, definitely
hanging with.
Oh, totally. I'm gonna see if I can't get some videos of Boo, and who knows? Who knows?
Awesome.
Who knows? I'm gonna try.
Well, there'll be some fun stuff. There'll be some fun stuff.
Know,
you know, I think we should end Mixtape Lounge kind of what we would do in the Mixtape Lounge, which would be talking about what was going on in the world. And I think, you know, the thing that we got to talk about is Paul Reubens passing.
Yeah.
Because there's no way he didn't inspire you. He definitely inspired me. I mean, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the show, all of that. I mean, I grew up with it as well. I watched it many, many, many times. Just that character was, you know, pretty amazing. And I've actually watched this week a lot of Comic-Cons that he went to, telling stories about how all that happened. What are your thoughts on him, and how did you?
Man, I didn't know he was sick, number one. So it was a bit of a surprise that
you know, I think it's interesting, right? You know, Chadwick did that as well, where they just kept going and kept that to themselves. And I thought it was amazing when he basically apologized to the fans after he died, because he didn't. He just kept going till the end.
Right. Well, you know, I got no judgment on that. I got no judgment on that. I besides that, I might do something similar. But wow, yeah, I was bummed. I caught him on his HBO special when my parents were watching it, and I shouldn't have been watching it. I actually got in trouble in first grade because my teacher looked a lot like the female on that special that gets hypnotized at the end and takes off her clothes. My parents weren't necessarily expecting that to happen on the show, or anyway, they also weren't expecting me to go to my teacher and tell her that I saw her on the TV the night before taking her clothes off. So that was an issue. But thanks, P. Thanks, PW. So fast forward, all those years later, he gets a Saturday morning special. I was all over it. And being the little ham that I was, it didn't take me but about 10 seconds to get that imitation down. And then I drove everyone nuts, crazy. All of it, all day long. I still knock on doors. Like from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, right? I want to speak to Francis. Every time I go over to Rager's house, same knock. Who is it? He answers like that. I want to speak to Francis. Francis is busy. Comedians go through the whole bit. They just
right.
They buy in all the way to the punchline. Yep, I'm that guy outside your neighbor's apartment doing the Pee-wee routine. So yeah, I mean, and then on and on the films, and boy, I had some connections, degrees of separation to him through Randy Bennett, a guy who came to Dallas back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and started a comedy company, performance company called what were they called? Oh my gosh, how am I drawing a blank because I'm getting old? That's how. It's gonna come to me any minute. Anyway, he came to town and started a company like the Groundlings because he was in the Groundlings with Paul Reubens.
Oh, very cool.
And rumor is he was the inspiration for Randy the Puppet,
Oh, wow.
the cantankerous, kind of moody, opinionated puppet. So I don't know. I cannot confirm that at all. At all. Do not quote me. That is strictly a rumor. I haven't heard or seen Randy in a long time. Uh, but yeah, Rager did those classes. He went on and performed in the final troupe with Randy. But yeah, anyway,
Very
love Paul Rubin. I pity the poor fool. Don't eat my cereal. Ah! Love
it
Paul.
is just brilliant. It's
Good,
brilliant.
good, good, good.
You know, for art, and obviously we did it, right? You're a purple dinosaur. You're, a 20, 30-year-old man as a purple dinosaur. And the commitment level of that, right? Because that's what we did, right? We became those characters. You're not Carrie at that moment. You're Barney, and vice versa, and all that. Well, Majin Buu when you're doing the voice, and it's the same thing. The commitment level to doing it, and it's fun to watch, right? He'll go on and he can slip from Paul Reubens to Pee Wee and back, and all of that. It's really
So
brilliant.
cool.
It's really
It's really
brilliant
fun.
commitment to that character, and I think, for me, it was really special to see. Unfortunately, it feels like we're losing all these amazing people every day. Um, but that one hurt to a lot of people, which means that character and those movies that meant a lot to us meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I was watching some old clips of his, some that I had never seen, like David Letterman, some old late nights.
Right.
I was maybe a little young to be up that late to watch those features, but watch them for the old times. And I also watched one that was as recent as I don't remember which one, WrestleMania back in maybe 2013, maybe 15, something like that, where Reubens was on Team Bring It with The Rock,
Ah,
and he's backstage, and the one line was, "Yes, I can smell what The Rock is cooking." And The Rock was breaking.
right.
The Rock was over there going, he got him. It's so funny. Get a chance, check that out.
Oh,
So funny.
I will definitely do it. I will
Check
definitely
it
do
out.
it. Man, well, safe travels this week.
Hey, thank you.
Big
Appreciate
old
it. You have a
hug
great
to,
weekend yourself.
I know, Greece is the word, and a big hug to Mr. Pearl.
Yes, indeed. I will. I will do that.
See, with
I'll send you a
him,
pic the
the
first minute.
difference is, him and
Yes, sir.
Rager, that you don't actually have to wind Barry up. He just stays wound up. So,
Yes, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Rager kind of has to be interested. He's got to be bothered. Whereas Barry's like, "Oh, what? Were you talking to me? No. Anyway, I've got something to say." That's why we love him.
yeah, and it's not appropriate.
Oh,
It's only appropriate if I say, please tell that rat bastard hello. And he knows exactly what
you
I'm talking
know
about.
I will.
Yeah, I used to play cards with him all the time. We would sit in
Right?
the room and play cards. Oh, Lord.
Oh, What an awesome dude. I can't wait to catch up with him. He's done so much. I've been following him. Boy, I hadn't seen him since we all got together over at, was that Courtney's? Speaking of, yeah. When was that?
I think
Maybe
it
10
was
years now.
at least. He was in Happy Days.
Was it Happy
Over,
Days or Cheers?
no, it was Happy Days. This was
It was
before
Happy Days
Cheers.
at that time? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
No, it was
I'm
before.
old.
It was
Okay.
before Cheers, and I went and picked him up. I went and saw the show, and then
That's right. Okay.
picked him up, went backstage, picked him up, and then drove him to that party. And
Right.
yeah, it was over at Fair Park.
That's
Fair
it.
Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Should
think
do
it
that
was-
again.
I think he was Arnold, something like that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He was running the diner.
Yeah,
Al's.
yeah.
Right.
But he's done Cheers and
Yep,
everything
yep,
else.
yep. Uh-huh.
So,
All of it. Directing Footloose.
oh, I know.
On TV. He ain't stopping.
No.
He ain't stopping. Since he was 4. It's crazy.
Well, we're stopping just for now, but we will see you again next week.
That's right.
Keep your eyes, your ears, and your heart open.
That's right.
What do you got, Mr. Martin?
Yeah, stay good to each other. Peace, love, and chocolate.
See you next week.